The most important mindset I developed in trying to become more active was seeing this all as a lifestyle and not just a temporary change or challenge. I'm going to be sharing with you how to actually be consistent and make a workout routine that you will stick to. I've sectioned off parts of the video, so feel free to jump between them. With that said, please remember to like and subscribe as a free way to support me as a creator, and then let's jump right into it. For background, my name is Morgan and I'm a certified holistic nutritionist through AFPA. But more importantly, I'm a former lazy girl because I grew up not really being active, not really playing a sport, and only in my 20s did I start working out consistently. I also used to model.
Oh, I love it. It's awesome. It's very unique. I've never seen this kind of hair before.
So I was very much in this world of restriction and counting calories, so I didn't turn to exercise. Instead, I just turned to controlling food. But I make these videos to help encourage you and other young girls who are like me get into the habit of forming a healthy mindset and relationship with exercise and food. So the first thing is, why should you be consistent? From a mental health standpoint, showing up for yourself, telling yourself you want to do something, and then actually sticking to it affirms trust in yourself. It can lower self-doubt and increase your feeling of daily satisfaction. And as I've learned for myself, happiness isn't an overall thing, it's what you find in every day. But from the standpoint of improving your fitness, it is stated by Malcolm Gladwell, who is famous for his book, that it can take 10,000 hours to master a skill. However, a lot of studies have showed it actually takes a lot less time to gain muscle memory and begin developing new skills. One study saw participants have a drastic improvement in their workouts after 6 weeks of training. As a rough guide, it can take roughly 8 to 12 weeks to begin to notice change. So essentially, consistency is the only way you're going to notice any physical change. And not that it should be about your appearance, but in general, there is no quick way to get fit or tone up or lose weight. It's all a lifestyle. Step number 2 is create a strong reason for why. My reason is to have good balance and strength when trying to pick up new hobbies like surfing, horseback riding, skiing, but also for my longevity, I want to build these habits now so that it's easier to maintain them throughout the rest of my life. Then there's also less pressure when I miss a workout or if I happen to get injured and have to take a longer break because I know I can get back to routine. Also, scientifically, it's easier to rebuild muscle once it's been created. Essentially, when you first build muscle, your body adds new cells to those muscles. But if you lose muscle, for example, if you needed to take a long break like 2-3 months off of working out, those new cells don't disappear. Instead, they actually stay around and can be easily reactivated when you return to a typical routine and begin working out again. Step number 3 is create a realistic goal. Here are some examples of different ways you can break it down. Whether it's starting to work out and you want to do 20 minutes every day or 1 hour every other day, make it a goal that you can stick to and then build from there, because this will slowly affirm that you stick to your goals and that you build this trust in yourself like I mentioned earlier. The next thing is make it feel good. How I like to do this is I set up an exciting playlist for myself. I'll have an energy drink or a coffee. I basically create some kind of habit beforehand that clicks in my brain. Okay, this is what I do before I go and work out. For me, that's having some form of energy drink and then blasting music while changing into my gym clothes in my bathroom. Next thing is you don't have to do anything. I know this is probably talked about a lot, but truly this mindset shift from I have to I get to is really what motivated me to just see exercise as fun. And on that note, you can add fun, active things throughout the day. For example, going for a bike ride or ice skating, playing volleyball, walking. Being active doesn't have to mean going to a gym, and in reality, I feel like a lot of hobbies and sports actually make me a lot more sore and a lot more tired than going to the gym does. Like honestly, I've tried to go surfing recently and my back is so sore after a day of surfing. And I think it's because you're so focused on the activity at hand, you're having so much fun that you don't realize how hard you're actually working out. The last thing is that, as I mentioned before, this is all just a lifestyle. It's about building the habit and routine for yourself to a point where it doesn't even feel like you have to think about it. It just becomes second nature and it feels easy to just wake up and you expect yourself to go and work out because that's just what you always do. I think too, it instills this sense of trust in yourself that when you go on holiday or when you want to enjoy maybe indulging a little more, however you want to call it, you don't feel as much guilt about it because you already trust that you have great habits you can go back to. Now I'll give you more detail on what consistency can look like and give you some exercise ideas when you're starting out and trying to build this consistency. I've included some YouTube workouts down in the description that I've liked in the past. This is completely without any collaboration with these creators, but I just thought I would share what I had done. And for more of an example, I can give you an idea of what my week of workouts looks like most of the time, but keep in mind this changes all the time and there's some weeks where I'm not very active and other weeks where I'm very active. But here's an overall breakdown of what my week can look like. I may swap any of these workouts for another activity or hobby. Like I mentioned, I'm trying to get into surfing, horseback riding. I'm just realizing that I had so many limiting beliefs around starting new hobbies that I was so afraid to pick up a new sport. But I feel like I'm at a point where I'm like, actually, I'm so young and I'm gonna try as much as I can while I'm still so able-bodied and healthy. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.